Merry Christmas, you filthy sickos. I went to the AEW Christmas theme shows this past weekend, and it was in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Hello, if you don't know me, my name is Alex, Queen of the Ring, and I have been going to wrestling shows for a very long time, but especially at the Hammerstein Ballroom. I started going to Hammerstein Ballroom shows when it was pure Ring of Honor, before AEW even existed. There is so much wrestling history in that venue. I have not been to the Hammerstein Ballroom in 6 years. The last show that I attended at the Hammerstein Ballroom was a New Japan show back in 2019. There's just so much nostalgia that just comes up to me for that venue, and I had a blast. So let's go through everything. So we're officially on our way to Hammerstein. It was a perfect New York City night. The Ring of Honor tapings were a lot of fun. We got Eddie Kingston in action. We also got Hook in action as well. But the biggest pop from me was for the Costco guys. It's no offense to QT Marshall, but the rest of the Costco guys, I just can't help but to mark out. I love the big booms. Then we got Konosuke Takeshita versus Orange Cassidy opening up Dynamite. I love Konosuke so freaking much, dude. It's just insane, his aura. His aura is insane. And also, can we talk about how his theme song almost sounds like a Nitro theme song? It sounds like a WCW theme song, and I absolutely love it. I'm here for the vibes. Then it was Mascara Dorado versus Roderick Strong. Get it together! At one point, the crowd was trying to sing Feliz Navidad, and they sort of had it right, but it's there's just something about American crowds. Why are we so out of rhythm? Like, why can't we get it right? I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Let me just add this. The Continental Classic is my favorite thing happening in AEW right now, and I have seen enough. I need a women's Continental Classic. Tony Khan, when are we getting a women's Continental Classic? I need it so bad. I love the Continental Classic because I feel like it puts the wrestling psychology that AEW has mastered on full display. And I am not a wrestler, so please don't come at me if I am wrong, whatever. If there's a legitimate wrestler that comes into my comment section and is like, that's really cool that you see it this way, it's actually this way, I would love to listen to you. But if there's anybody else like the psychology in AEW sucks compared to I don't give a fuck what you have to say about it. This is my video. This is my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want. Clip it, put it on Twitter, send me death threats if you need to, whatever, if you disagree. But I really love the psychology in AEW compared to WWE. I'm sorry, but I just do. And with the Continental Classic, it's just so much more exciting. The wrestling is so much more exciting, especially when the announcer's like, there's only 10 minutes left on the clock. There's only 5 minutes left on the clock. There's 1 minute remaining. There was a match where it was like, there's 20 seconds remaining. I think it was on Collision, no spoilers. But hello? I was just like, holy shit. And everyone's so much more invested in it as well. And it's like the psychology of like a smaller dude going after a big dude. And it's like, holy shit, I need to put my entire tank into these last 5 minutes, into the last like 1 minute as well. This is why I have always loved the G1 Climax happening in New Japan. And this is especially why I love the 5-star Grand Prix that happens at Stardom, dude. I love tournament-based matches like this. I love it so much. And I think AEW has truly mastered it when it comes to the Continental Classic. They have mastered the art of tournaments in that way. All of the matches on Dynamite and Collision this weekend, but especially on Collision, dude, the Collision matches were so fucking great. Bangers after bangers after bangers. I need to see that with the women's division. Oh, also at one point in my section, the Death Riders were doing their little entrance, and it was just so great. It was also really nice because they were on commercial break. I know it's not live, but they were doing like commercial breaks. And then you see Claudio in this little hallway with Mox, and they're like bantering as well. It was just really cute. It was just two bros hanging out. Two bros chilling in a hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Jack Perry, Pac, absolute banger. Also, Marina Shafir and Mina Shirakawa. Marina Shafir has grown so much as a professional wrestler compared to where she was in NXT, dude, back in the day. She has grown so much. I love her presence in AEW. I love her presence with the Death Riders as well. I wouldn't be mad if Marina Shafir slapped the shit out of me. That's how much I love her. So after Dynamite, they're setting up the ring and the ring aprons for Ring of Honor. And Tony Khan comes out and does a little crowd work. And this man decides to tell a story of how apparently the first episode of Dynamite, they wanted to have it at Madison Square Garden. And Madison Square Garden has ties with WWE. So they were like, that's not going to work for me, brother.
6 years ago, they called me and they said, "Do you want to do the first episode of Dynamite here?" And I said, "Yeah, I really would. It would be great." And then they called me a couple months later and they said, "We don't want you anymore. We don't want you to do the first Dynamite here anymore. Because it would really upset somebody."
So pretty fucking exciting if AEW is going to have a show at Madison Square Garden, which they might not. They might not. But if it's going to be a Barclays Center, that'd be cool too. Just give me an AEW pay-per-view where I can take the subway, go to the show, take the subway back, and sleep in my own bed. These Hammerstein shows are probably, I'm going to safely say, my last wrestling shows of 2025. And honey, we had a good run. Why not end my 2025 with none other than Sports Illustrated Promotion of the Year, All Elite Wrestling? Dorks, I'm not getting paid by AEW to say that. Sports Illustrated didn't get paid to say that either. You guys are fucking dumb. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will see you guys in 2026. Goodbye.